If it's in Hampton Roads, it's on the Hampton Roads Show.
All right, happy Monday
Yes.
to you.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah, Halloween week on Hampton Roads Show.
That's right. We have great ideas to celebrate the season all week long. Today we're going to get great costume ideas just in time for trick-or-treating.
And Chef Jeff Brown from Cotton Southern Bistro in Chesapeake, he's fixing up an easy and delicious fall feast: butternut squash bisque, pistachio crusted rack of lamb, and a moon pie sundae.
Plus, our face of Fox, Tracy Page, is turning into the jack-o'-lantern of all trades. Check out his attempt at pumpkin carving on this week's Tracy Tries
Hey,
It.
if that's the fun
was
and
cool.
end result, I'd say he did well.
He did do well. He did
Maybe
do
that
well.
wasn't his. Maybe that was
With that one they just showed? No, but we'll learn about that a little bit later on. But hey, hello. Do you notice anything about our set?
I did right away.
A little spooky, a little red.
Thanks to our friends at Busch Gardens. Ooh, these roses. This is the dark side of the garden. They have this at Busch Gardens, and actually the little zombie. Remember, she came on, the lady of the garden.
I do.
She was just walking around and bestowing black roses at us. So that's kind of what this is.
So that's our theme around here.
Yeah.
But then also they did like the other parts of the set too that you'll see. Like our interview set is a little more friendly
Kinda scary.
and fall.
The wall.
I
The wall
feel
looks
like
great.
somebody's watching us. I feel like
I
I'm being
do.
watched right
I'm a little
now.
scared right now. Please.
There's eyes everywhere.
No surprise. And these black crows, they're everywhere. In the Buzz Center especially. That's like Crow Town over there.
That's right. Maybe Jeff Brown will cook us some crow one day.
And the kitchen is all about witches brew.
Yeah, that's right. We do. We have a kitchen witch in there. Besides Jeff. Wow, that's pretty good.
Pretty good?
That's
Yeah,
good.
working on that. Thank you.
Maybe a little louder. Pump it up.
Yeah, but yeah, the scary noise. It's Halloween week. Of course, next Monday is Halloween, so we're kind of building up to it. So, of course, a lot of our hot topics this week are going to all be related to Halloween. So the first one, it's very simple, but it can go back and forth with a lot of debate. How old is too old to trick or treat? Like, is there an age limit? What are we basing this off of? Some would say maybe teenage years.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a little too old. I think maybe, I don't know, I guess maybe when you feel, this is kind of a little too old for this, I'm not going to go out. I don't know if there's like an exact age limit.
Remember as a kid, like being told,
I don't remember
hey,
when I stopped.
you got to stay home this year.
I think when they're driving door to door, that might be too old.
When you have your driver's license.
When you're driving door to door,
Yeah.
that might be it. Or maybe when you show up with a beard.
Yeah.
That's definitely too old.
This was a long time ago. I was, single in my little apartment in Portsmouth, and a trick-or-treater asked for my number.
That
is
might
when
be too old.
That's too old.
You're too old.
This sits really close to home to me because I have a child who just turned 13, and everything seems to change when they hit that teenage year. And he's a little more mature for a 13-year-old. He has a little bit of a mustache, and I just
He's
no way.
loving you right now. He's
Well,
like, oh my God, Dad.
He got an electric razor for Christmas last year. He hasn't used it yet. But I can't go to him and say, son, you might be too old. So he's 13. He's definitely going to trick or treat this year.
Has he been talking about it this year? Is he using the costume?
But yeah, they're excited. Of course, they're excited. We haven't discussed
Is he
what
going to be John Massey with that
full mustache.
little
No,
far
but
away
that'd be a
from
good way
Hampton.
to hide it. Maybe put on a fake one,
Now
maybe
he
a
hates
real one.
me.
And then the
too.
thing too is like when you're a teenager and you go trick-or-treating, like really if you come to the door and you're just in sneakers and street clothes and have a pillowcase.
Right.
Yeah, no,
At least
right.
dress up.
Put
Come
the
on,
effort in.
at least put some effort in and get a costume, like a mask.
Yeah,
And don't show up
something.
after 9:30.
And parents,
That's
stop
all.
saying you're bringing one home for the baby. Stop taking a piece of candy,
This
saying
is
you're
for,
bringing it for the child that's not there.
Little Sarah at home
Yeah.
who can't eat
We're on
candy.
to you. Right. Who
But
has
I
no
need to fill the
teeth.
bag up.
Yep.
And then when the light switches off, there's like Halloween protocol. It's like the unspoken Halloween protocol.
Yes.
When the light is off,
We're
don't
done.
go to this house.
Yep.
Nobody's
right.
got candy anymore. Mm-hmm. So
That's right.
Or they just want to go to bed.
yeah.
Yes.
And then
Some
when
people just don't play along. Some, it's 6 o'clock and there's no lights on.
They're still,
They lock on the door.
Mr. Reckling.
We
Well,
know
we-
you're in there.
Yeah, we always put a bowl down at the end of the driveway, and we honor
the
it's the
honor
honor
tag?
system.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like please take one, and most kids are good about that.
Yeah.
Then there's always
Except
one
that
kid
one.
who just dumps it
Whammo.
all in and gone.
It is
Jeff Brown's over
Chef
there.
Jeff.
That's me.
He was that
Chef
kid.
Jeff.
I like seeing the kids come to the door. I like to see the kids in their cute little costume. But we do try to kind of wind it down by like 8 or 9
Well,
at
see,
least.
in the
It's a school
wintertime in Alaska, the sun starts to set at like 4:35. So kids are out trick-or-treating at like 5 o'clock. We're eating dinner. It's like, What are we doing? So
It's Halloween.
And you're like, you're getting a scoop of mashed potatoes because you're too early. And
come
we're
back
eating
in 2
dinner.
hours. So,
Right.
yeah.
So
All right.
how old is too old, right?
Yeah.
I
Where do you
know.
draw the line?
All right, you guys tell us. What do you think about
Yeah.
that? Do you think 13 with a mustache is too old?
Last name
13 with a mustache. Yeah. Well, we won't go there. How about this? How about we switch gears just a little
All
bit?
right.
We're staying in the same topic range. Halloween candy. What do you give out? What do you not give out? What do you not like to get? What do you think is funny? I mean, are you a chocolate giver? Are you a sweet tart candy guy?
Yeah.
I mean, is it the tart stuff?
It could be the whole
or fruit,
other
or-
end of the spectrum.
Yeah, I mean,
Use
are
that
you giving
one-
out soda?
That one house that gives out that candy that you're just like,
Pennies?
Money? Giving out coins? How about some greenbacks? I don't know. Would that be cool?
We tend to be chocolate at the Fury household, but I think a lot of it has to do with what we want for the leftovers.
yeah,
So,
what you'll have in the house. I like Kit
Exactly.
Kat. Kit Kat is my favorite. I'm not a huge chocolate lover, but for some reason I love Kit Kat. I like the little mini size. It's nice to get the full-size candy bars.
Right.
You always have that house
It's rare to get
giving
the
out
big one.
the full-size, like Three Musketeers, Hershey bars. And then, like you said, you have those houses that give out that candy, and you're like Tootsie Rolls maybe, or the, what'd you say, the bit
Bit of honey.
Bit of
Bit of
honey.
honey.
bit of honey.
Never been a big fan of the bit of honey.
Some
Me
people
neither.
like that, or like,
Maybe
I
that's a
don't know.
joke. Maybe
But I
they're
think
playing a
if-
joke
You
because
buy
no one
in
eats
bulk,
Tootsie.
and it's cheaper, I guess.
But
so.
my favorite Halloween candy, because like it only comes around Halloween. I love the candy corn.
You like candy?
I really do.
What is
pure
in candy
sugar.
corn?
Nothing.
pure
It's like
sugar.
wax.
Yeah.
It's like eating wax.
You like candy
It's like
corn.
buttery and salty.
Yeah.
That's what I like.
I never could have a taste for candy
I mean, I
corn.
wouldn't have that over a peanut butter cup, but when you think
ooh,
about
yeah.
Halloween candy, that's when like the candy corn comes out. I
Right.
just think it's a
Seasonal.
nice time.
Big fan of the Snickers bar, so you can pass them
Yeah.
all my way.
Okay.
Yeah. Some
Like
people put those in the freezer.
My grandfather does.
Really? So hard.
Yeah.
Melt in your mouth.
So how old is too old, and your favorite Halloween candy, or your not so favorite Halloween candy? Of course, you can let us know your thoughts. Couple different ways you can do that. Join the conversation. We're always on Facebook. Already getting a lot of comments. Thank you to that. And you can also follow us on Twitter at hr_show.
All right. Another big question about Halloween is:
A
are you
minute.
going to have to wear a jacket with that
cover up your
costume, or figure out
costume.
how to make it warm?
Is it next weekend already? Is it,
It's
it is.
next Monday. It's
Next
a week
Monday,
from
okay.
today. It's a Monday
Yeah.
evening.
Well, Saturday and Sunday is going to be definitely cool. I think maybe we'll start coming out of it and start warming up a little bit Monday. But boy, yeah, next Saturday and Sunday we're talking about high temperatures, in the upper 50s, low 60s. So we got some cool weather out there. So yeah, we'll try, hopefully warm it up just in time for trick or treat.
All right.
Do you have a favorite Halloween candy?
Oh, I love all kinds.
All
Oh, yeah.
kinds? You like
yeah.
candy corn?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll you
All
get
kinds, all kinds.
you get the candy bars going. You got Butterfingers, Snickers. You got Milky Way,
You
Three
like chocolate.
Musketeers.
Chocolate.
And then you got all the gummy sweets. You got gummy worms, gummy bears, dots.
What is the
Like Willy Wonka just
what does
sat
the
down.
Wheeler household give out? What do you give out?
Well,
What can kids
Candies.
expect?
no,
There's the weather remote, kids.
Lately, what you have to do is you do have to try and get what you like for the leftovers, because lately I don't know, kids haven't been coming to our house for some odd reason lately. But we've had candy out, but they just don't come around. I don't know. We scare them with oil ants or something. I don't know.
Maybe it'll turn around for you this year.
I don't think we're gonna give out candy this year. We're gonna head out and we're all going out as a family, and we're all gonna go out and get candy instead of give out. So we're gonna be takers this year. Just
Spirit.
Well, you know why? Because last year I think we had one person come to the door. So
Okay.
there you go.
Ah,
A little bit
okay.
of background there. So we're not Scroogey. We're just going out.
Just takers.
We're out this year. Yep, we're takers.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, let's take a look and see what we got in the 7-day forecast, and I'll give this to you. See, there you go. I'll give you the forecast. Temperatures in the upper 60s today for highs, tomorrow near 70, and then 76 Wednesday. So again,
Wednesday,
Saturday,
wow.
Sunday, 59, 62. We're hoping we climb out of it a little bit, so that we're not wearing sweaters underneath those costumes by Monday. I think we will warm it up a little bit there, and maybe get at least into some mid-60s. So we'll
Yeah.
see. All right. So the pop quiz for the day. Here we go. A Northwest state is the first clue. Boats can come and go. Large fishing center there, and touches 2 islands.
Okay.
So there you go. The 4 clues that you need to get the answer to win this fabulous prize, which is
Yeah, we have lots of prizes we're giving away this week, but one winner is going to receive a hardcover copy of John Grisham's thrilling new novel, The Litigators. It's going to hit bookstore shelves tomorrow. Make sure that you log on to thehamptonroadshow.com to enter for a chance to win the grand prize, which is John Grisham's entire library.
Wow.
That's 25 novels that you can win from his very first A Time to Kill to his latest, The Litigators, all in hardcover. And then also, one winner will also receive a 4-pack of tickets to Parsons Dance and East Village Opera Company's Remember Me Thursday night at the Sandler Center for the Performing Arts. I was trying to figure out what was that other book that he wrote. They turned it into a movie, The Client, with Susan Sarandon.
Yeah.
That was...
Did you read the Rainmaker?
The Rainmaker,
and,
yep, that was another one.
The Runaway
Runaway
Jury.
Jury.
Pelican Brief, was that another one, possibly?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah, I
you can
could go
win
on.
25
We could go on.
novels.
Yeah.
Pretty
And he
good
lives in
prize.
Virginia and Mississippi.
Really?
Yes, he does.
I lived in Mississippi, and now I live in Virginia. How
You
about
are
that?
just like
Maybe
John
I
Grisham.
knew him. Maybe I met him.
We should do the
Maybe you are
side-by-side
him.
photo to see if you look
Hey.
like John Grisham. Handsome
No.
guy.
Yeah, he is.
All right. This is where I probably should say, and so are you.
Yeah, thanks.
And then we go
Waiting
to
for the catch.
Ba-dum-ching.
There's no catch.
I'm guessing John Grisham gives out candy on Halloween.
Probably.
All right. We're in the kitchen this morning with Chef Jeff Brown from the Cotton Southern Bistro in Chesapeake. Jeff, what are we doing this morning, man? What do we got on tap?
We're in high gear at Cotton this time of year. This is our time of year.
Yeah.
We're going to do our entree first. It takes a little while to cook. We're going to do a pistachio-encrusted rack of lamb. We're going to do a butternut squash bisque, and we're going to do a moon pie sundae today.
A moon pie sundae? Is that something
Absolutely.
you can hand out? Is that something you can hand out on Halloween?
Yes,
Check
the
that
little
out.
kids on Halloween. Look, they love to have that.
And what goes well with a moon pie sundae?
RC Cola.
That's right. Got to keep it special. So we got the bisque, we got a rack of lamb, and a moon pie.
Absolutely. We're going to get them turning and burning here in just 1 minute.
Turn and burn. All right, we're going to cook up some good fall festival stuff here in just a minute.
All right, sounds
All right, looks good. Still ahead on the Hampton Road Show. No need to be scared if you haven't gotten your Halloween costume together yet. The folks from Party City are here to help with a look at this season's most popular costumes and, of course, tips on how you can pull a great look together at the last minute.
But first is our face of Fox, Tracy Page, a pumpkin Picasso. He'll try his hand at carving, and this week's Tracy tries it.
Welcome back to the Hampton Road Show. We're back in the kitchen with Chef Jeff Brown from Cotton Southern Bistro in Chesapeake. Jeff, Ray, check out the kitchen and check out what we got in here. The good people from Hollow Scream at Busch Gardens decorated the place and making it really festive for Halloween week. You make it more festive for us and tell us what you got going on
Absolutely.
today, Jeff.
We're going to do it a little backwards today. We're going to work with our entree first. What we've got here is we've got a domestic rack of lamb. This is typically an 8-bone, okay? And we've seared it off in the pan. We've just taken a little bit of salt and pepper and olive oil, got a real hot pan, just seared it off. And what that does is it locks in all those juices, okay? So it's going to keep it nice and moist. But we're going to go ahead and encrust this thing with pistachios. So if you want, if you want me to, you can rub this thing down with some
I'm
Dijon
thinking you
mustard.
need to since I haven't washed my hands.
I
So
got you.
Keep it
Okay.
clean. Keep it clean.
You got to have clean hands. But basically, take some Dijon mustard. This just basically acts as your glue for this dish. And just be very liberal with it. It's got a very nice flavor to it, especially when you're roasting it down. And just rub it on down. Smack it up, rub it down.
Yep, just cover it with Dijon.
We've got some fresh shucked and chopped pistachios here.
Nice.
Just take these and put them right over top of it. And remember, we've already salt and peppered the meat of the skin, so we've got that. Salt and pepper is very, very important.
Right.
Okay? And all we're going to do is we're going to grab our pan.
Yep.
And we've put a little bit of pan spray in it. Okay? Pop it right on in there. And you're going to roast it for about 12 to 15 minutes per pound, which is going to give you a 15 to 20 minute roast at a 350 oven. Okay?
Right.
So just pop her on in there and let it eat for about 20 minutes. That'll give you a
that's it.
good medium. That's it.
That's
always
it
let
for the
your
lamb.
meat rest. We'll talk about that when the next segment. We'll always talk about letting our meat rest, but that's it for that.
The meat rest, like
Now,
a foot rest?
That's it.
Okay.
Now, this is one of my favorite fall vegetables. This is butternut squash. This is already peeled down, but I want everybody to just really see this nice, deep color that this stuff has got. It's got a nice pumpkin-y type flesh. It cooks very well. You can make a mashed potato out of this, or you can make a soup out of this, which is what we're doing. But basically, all you're going to do is you're going to cut it just into chunks, like this.
Right.
Okay? And then cover it with a little bit of water. As you can see what we've got here, we've got a little bit of water in here. And we're going to go ahead and emulsify our bisque. We're just going to take a little bit of salt and pepper. Okay. Little bit of cinnamon.
Nice.
You don't need much.
Like the cinnamon. That's got to give it a little taste.
It goes a long way. And Grandma's secret, a little bit of nutmeg. And we're also going to take just a little bit of heavy cream, just to emulsify in there, okay?
You know, my kids usually eat almost everything we put in front of them, but when my youngest, Casey, was like 6 years old, we served butternut squash, and he would not go near it. We said, just try one taste of it. One taste, and he was freaking out. We'll never forget that day. And you ask my son, what is the one thing he won't eat? Butternut squash.
Might remind him of baby food.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like. It was really.
Well, look, but now that we're over here working, we got 2 guys in the kitchen. We're going to mess with the power tools.
I can handle that.
So you want to get on there and just push the button, just don't bring it up.
Which one?
Either one, there you go.
Okay. Yeah, now we're talking.
And basically all this is going to do is just emulsify this soup and just grind it on down.
Stick it to the bottom.
Oh, that's okay. You can bring it up just a little bit.
Yeah, I'm going to spray it all over the place.
It's all right. Well, don't let it control you. There you go.
All right. Now, this is fun.
Don't bring it out of there. You're going to wear it.
Yeah.
But as you can see right now, it's emulsifying down.
You like the emulsifying.
That's it.
All right. It's kind of like a witch's brew. All right, Jeff.
And that's all there is to it.
All right.
We can pop that thing right on out of here.
Very nice.
We give her a little taste.
Let's check
just
this
for good
out.
health.
This is for my son Casey, butternut squash.
That's pretty perfect.
Pretty hot too, man.
A neat way to serve this thing is you can take a pumpkin, and since it is party season, you can take a pumpkin and haul it right on out. Take your bisque.
We need to boil
it right on in there. Right on into a pumpkin. And you can serve it up just like this.
That's a great way to serve it. I like that.
Also, what you want to do to finish is maybe take a little bit more of that cream and just give it a couple drizzles on top. Maybe grab your fork through it a couple times.
Very good. All right, Jeff. So the rack of lamb is cooking. We've got the butternut squash bisque cooked and ready.
Right.
And then when we get back, we're going to do the moon pie.
That's right.
Moon pie Sunday. I like that. That's going to be fun.
It'll be a good time.
All right, we'll be right back with the latest.
All right, they're having way too much fun in the kitchen.
Trying to go over there.
What's your favorite Halloween candy, Tracy?
My favorite, what I always wanted, I always had to have my Kit Kats.
I like
After
Kit
that,
Kat.
you know, yes.
Yeah.
You know, after me and my cousins all went trick-or-treating, we all did a little candy swap. Everybody loves Kit Kats. Nobody ever wanted to trade.
They want to
I'm trying to get rid of the candy corn and the paydays. Ugh.
All right. Well, you know, today's Monday, which of course means it's time for another segment of Tracy Tries It.
That's right. And with Halloween right around the corner, I felt a lesson in pumpkin carving would be very appropriate. Hey, Hampton Roads, I am here in beautiful Colonial Williamsburg, where today I'm going to be trying my hands at an age-old craft. But we're going to be stepping up a notch thanks to the culinary staff here at the beautiful Williamsburg Lodge. So let's go check it out. I'm here with Chef Tanita, pumpkin carver extraordinaire, and she's going to be teaching me exactly what I need to do to, you know, put a little pizzazz on pumpkin carving. So, what are we going to be doing today?
What we're going to start with today is basic pumpkin gutting. So we're going to cut the insides out of our pumpkin, and the tools that we're going to use for this are not really safe looking, but we're going to use them safely. So we have a drywall knife, which is actually just a dual blade, and then this is a fleshing tool or a pumpkin scraper.
Okay.
So we'll scrape out the pumpkin insides with this, but the serrated edge on the outside actually makes it much easier to empty the pumpkin than doing it with a regular serving spoon. So I'm going to bring Jake in. Jake is going to show us how to cut the pumpkin.
Okay.
And what we want to do is keep your hand safely on top of the pumpkin. He just goes around in a rough circle and use a little bit of a sawing action, but you really don't need a whole lot of pressure because the drywall knife is so sharp. It works out pretty well. I find that the tops tend to, as the pumpkin ages, fall in, as the flesh shrinks just a little bit. So by cutting off the bottom, we're just going to put lights inside the bottom of it, and if we're using real flame, we can just cut a vent hole in the back, so you still get the same thing. And the reason that we take the insides out is twofold, because it's hard to put candle in a pumpkin that has its insides. And then the inside of the pumpkin is the part that goes bad. So once you've carved the pumpkin, it will actually stay good for much longer if the insides are removed. And what we've been doing lately is spraying them with bleach. And we use a bleach solution. A few of the pumpkins that are out here today have actually been carved for almost 2 weeks. All right, now that your pumpkin is completely cleaned out, we're going to go on to the next step, which is stenciling. And a lot of times you can freehand pumpkins, but if you're trying to go for a specific design, it works very well to have a stencil. And we have a pretty basic one to start with. And Sarah is actually going to come in and show us how to transfer the template onto the pumpkin. What Sarah's going to do is pick a central part of the design to start from and work her way out from the inside. This allows you to keep an even design. And what she's doing is making a good indentation into the pumpkin with the needle tool through the lines on the template. All you have to do is start from a corner. And so I just smooth the paper down a little bit and start from your corner here. And then you're just going to move around in dots that are about a 1/4 inch apart all the way through the edge of that outline. And we'll do that for the rest of the design. That looks perfect. So now that your design is complete, we're ready to start carving. And as you can see, all of your lines are pretty clear. So it'll be very easy for us to go back with the paring knife and carve out the rest of the design. All right. So, you done now?
Yeah.
Excellent. That one will probably pop out much easier from the inside out. Pumpkins come out clean. And that should be your finished design.
So there you have it, Hampton Roads. I now know how to carve a pumpkin. Thanks to Chef Tanita, my man Jacob here, and Sarah. They gave not only me a lot of great tips, but you guys. So until next time, Hampton Roads, I'm Tracy, and I tried it. Mine there. That was. Did you see mine in the middle? His name was Peter the Patriot Pumpkin. Doesn't that just sound nice?
And the chef hat.
Oh. Where did that come from? Wow. I'm a chef now, so it just pops on whenever I smell food.
Do you think you could go home and do that? Because, you know, we're having a pumpkin carving contest here at the station.
And I'm pretty much going to win.
I thought we were on a team.
Oh, yeah, just show up.
But I can help, too. I mean,
yeah, you can. Just show up, though. I got it. I got this one. You can do a little something in the back.
Just scrape out the insides, and that was a lot of fun. Yeah,
it was awesome. If you want to find out more about pumpkin carving, to get free stencils, you can visit history.com.
I was trying to tell you, look at the camera. 4, follow the light.
I'm following the light. Oh, I meant 4. All right. You can go to history.com and click on the kids tab and find a photo marked pumpkin carvings. And I also want to give a big shout out. I went to a lot of events this weekend, and I want to give a shout out to everybody who came out to the a walk to end Alzheimer's. I met a lot of great people, and it was an awesome cause. And I want to thank Bayport Credit Union. They treated me so well. They had awesome giveaways. You know, they had the yo-yos that everybody loves. Those were a hit. Those are a big hit. And they were one of the top, I believe, top fundraisers.
Really?
Okay. And we raised over $140,000 to help in Alzheimer's. So
nice. That's that Port Warwick and Newport News.
And I also want to give a shout out to people at Touch a Truck. I love the kids. Costumes were awesome, and it was so nice meeting everybody.
Any more?
I told him I told everybody I said hi to
him. In a minute. Time to check in the bag.
Tracy's giving the shout outs. I got to give a shout out. I was at Homerama this weekend. I was at the WAVY house. I was sitting at the front door. I was welcoming people as they came in. Welcome to WAVY house, and they'd all do a double take. Hey, you work at WAVY. So that was kind of cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, hopefully everybody had a good weekend. It was great weather to get out there. We had a little pumpkin carving soiree at our house, too. It was a lot of fun, but none of us thought to scoop them out from the bottom.
Scoop them out from the bottom? I like that.
Yeah.
That's a good thought.
I know. Everybody just cuts the top off.
You learn something new every day here on the Hampton Roads Show.
Our little Face the Fox Tracy page. All right, we were asking in our hot topics today, we were asking for your opinion as to how old is too old to trick or treat. Denise says, oh, who knows? I say 13, depending on their maturity. You know what I mean?
13 is too old?
Well, I mean, if kids actually stay kids these days for a little while
longer. Or they're a young 13, maybe?
You know, if they're still in the spirit, you know, Denise says let them go. All right, Lakeisha Nictay says, when you hit teenage status, she said, because there should be a better activity planned for the maturing child. So she's saying maybe they don't go door-to-door trick-or-treating, but maybe there's some kind of teen Halloween event.
Or maybe they can take other kids around.
That's right.
Yeah, that'd be a good
They can
thing.
be kind of the big buddy. All right, Jason says, yeah, once you're a teenager, I have a really hard time with it, especially if you just show up at my door without a costume, just a pillowcase, thinking you're getting free candy. Guess what? Try another house. Wow.
Yeah.
I wonder if that means Jason would actually, would you close the door on somebody, Jason? He says, this is a contract. You dress up with some effort, and I reward you with some candy. Same as when I was a kid.
And
wow.
And speaking of candy, we're also asking you what is appropriate to hand out. What do you like? Lakeisha says, any candy. Okay. I don't have a problem with that. Becky says, candy corn. Growing up, my father would mix it up with peanuts. The combination of salty and sweet is awesome.
Oh, that sounds
definitely a Halloween favorite. And Ben says, the worst has to be anything with coconut. The best are cowtails.
Oh, I love those.
So he doesn't like the mounds. No coconut, so.
Almond Joy?
Almond
No?
Joy.
Oh, look
well,
at even Arian's making faces. Oh, I like the
you know, I didn't exactly know what a cowtail was. I think I would know if I saw it, but I couldn't tell you what it tastes like.
You would know if we crammed one in your pie hole. You'd be like, oh, right, the caramel cream.
Yes.
I get it now.
I do like anything caramel, so that'd be
You
good.
would like them. All right, keep your comments coming to our Facebook page at the Hampton Road Show, or you can follow us on Twitter too at @HR_show.
All right, still ahead on the Hampton Road Show. There's nothing cuter than a little one in a great Halloween costume. Coming up, the folks from Party City are here to show us the cutest costumes for little ones and great ideas for all ages.
All right, don't forget about our pop quiz today. You could win John Grisham's new book, The Litigator, which also qualifies you for our grand prize, John Grisham's entire hardcover library, worth more than $1,000. Another winner will receive a 4-pack of tickets to see Parsons dance at the Sandler Center on Thursday. Just log on to thehamptonroadshow.com, click the pop quiz button on the top right-hand corner of the screen. Good luck. All right, after last year's huge success, the Virginia Wine Festival is back in Chesapeake. Scott Danner joins us to tell us about this year's festivities. I know you're a member of the Rotary Club, or the Rotary Club is helping to put that on?
The Chesapeake Rotary Club, we put that on. It's a second annual Chesapeake Virginia Wine Festival, so we're really excited about this year.
All right, so let's talk about last year, first event. Huge success. I mean, over $100,000 raised for charity. That's terrific.
Yeah, we had about 8,000 people come out in our first event ever. It was amazing. 150 grand to be exact raised. We donated to the Stidham Cancer Center. We had lots of other charities. We had a bunch of children receive coats at a couple of the local elementary schools because of our wine festival. So you can drink, have a good time, but also know that every ticket that we sell goes to charity.
Let's talk about some of the charities. You've got quite a list of charities that you are benefiting this year. Boys and Girls Club, the Sheriff's Elderly Assistance Program, CHKD, their program specifically for children's diabetes, the Hearst Shelter, the Chesapeake Carefree Clinic, Our House, Stidham Cancer Center, Food Bank of Southeastern Virginia, and again the Rotary Community Charities Together We Can. So a philanthropic event as well, if you needed an excuse to get out there and have a good time. But it is going to be one big party, and I want you to tell folks about what makes this wine festival different from some of the others in our area.
Okay. Number one is we have international wines. So we have about 44 to 50 wines from all over the world that you can taste out there at the event that day. From both our Total Wine International Village, and we also have an Associated Distributors International Village with 14 more wines.
Tell me about this village setup. Like, what is it? What does the setup
so
look like?
when you walk into the wine festival, you're going to have Virginia wineries on the left, Virginia wineries on the right, mixed in with some food and some fun and some vendors, and right smack dab in the middle, you're going to have all of our international tasting areas.
Okay.
So it's going to be pretty amazing. And you mentioned a lot of the charities. We couldn't do those charitable donations and every ticket sale going to the charities if we didn't have our presenting sponsor, Town Bank, and a lot of the other people that are contributing to us. So we're really, really lucky and blessed to have that. But most of all, the event's going to be a blast.
All right.
And you need to have it. You need to come out there this year.
All right, let's let folks know how they can attend the Virginia Wine Festival, the Chesapeake Wine Festival in Chesapeake, Virginia. It's October 29th. It's coming up this weekend from noon until 6 at Chesapeake City Park. Just a huge, awesome venue for this kind of thing. Visit ChesapeakeWineFestival.com for more information. And again, many, many charities in the local area to benefit. Scott, thanks for coming back. And Scott brought us some tickets that he says we can give to you, so stay tuned.
Still ahead on the Hampton Road Show, one of the key to academic success is parental involvement. Dr. Linda Shiflett from Hampton Public Schools is here to tell us why, coming up next.
And Chef Jeff Brown is stirring up his cauldron in the kitchen today. We'll check in with him to see how he's doing with this delicious fall feast. We're talking moon pies when we return.
All right, welcome back. Halloween is 1 week away, and if you have not gotten your costume together, don't worry, we have some help for you. Please welcome Jill Redding from Party City with great costume ideas for all ages. Jill, good morning and welcome.
Good morning. Well, thanks for having us on here today.
What's hot this year?
Well, you know, Party City, get so excited every year. It's our favorite time of year, Halloween.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's also our busiest. So we have all kinds of costumes. We love to look at all the latest trends, all the Hollywood movies that are coming out, all the different blockbusters, and then also pop culture to see what's going to be hot for the next year. So not only do we have costumes for all the little ghosts and goblins, but adult ghouls as well.
And
so,
you'd be surprised how many adults love to dress up.
they love to dress up. It is a $6 billion industry.
Wow.
Yes, it is. And so, you know, knowing that it's not just for kids and it's for adults, we have costumes for everybody in the family.
All right, I guess we're going to go through some.
Yeah. So I think that we've got several pictures that we're going to be bringing up here on air. And so the first one is Walking Dead from AMC. Oh my gosh, that is such a popular show. And zombies are really going to be the hit this year. It's going to be the #1 trend. And then you're looking at right now the Prom Queen Zombie, and that's for the girl that wants a little glam with her gore.
Okay.
So, you know, again, zombies are going to be such a huge thing. We have tons of accessory kits that you're going to be able to zombify any of your outfits.
Like all the makeup. And
all the makeup
wigs.
kits, yeah, and we also have like faux gore pieces, skin pieces. And there's a lot of videos online on partycity.com that will show you how to put that and apply that on your face. So you can definitely look as gory as you want to be.
What if you want to go a little less scary?
Exactly. And then some other things that we look at are Hollywood blockbusters.
Okay.
So you look at all the big movies that are coming out in the summers, and Captain America happened to be a really, really big hit this past summer. And it's going to be a huge costume idea for both boys and guys alike. And you could see that you could get the full Captain America suit, and nothing is going to be complete without that red, white, and blue shield.
So like father and son. There you go, Chris.
That's right.
That's a great idea. You and your son can go as Captain America, boy and adult dad.
That's right. And we also have, you know, like Green Lantern and Transformers. Again, those are going to be really, really popular from the Hollywood blockbusters again this year. And then in the 1980s and 90s, your favorite cartoons, I know the ones that I grew up on, Strawberry Shortcake, Smurfs, you know, Ghostbusters, the movie that's coming out. Again, those cues from the 1980s and 1990s and video game characters are actually going to be big. And you're seeing right now our Ghostbusters outfit. And we have this both for boys, girls, and adults alike, where you can go as your favorite Ghostbuster. And Ghostbusters 3, I think, is coming out again this next summer, so get ready and get ahead of the trend and get your costume now.
And you can wear your costume when the movie comes out.
Exactly. Oh, that would be, that'd be perfect, going to standing in line, getting your movie ticket, wearing the Ghostbuster costume.
You might get out, you might get a little closer up front, get your ticket.
And you know, we have so many accessory kits, talking about that earlier, where we have a few like the peacock, and then we've also got kind of devils, and where you could take things out of your own closet and mix and match and be able to create your own unique costume. One of the biggest fashion trends that we saw on the runways this year were these tutus. So for women, tutus are great, so you can match them with corsets or bodysuits or something, and you know, create all of your own perfect one-of-a-kind costumes.
Okay, yeah, that's probably a lot of ways that people will like to go. Wear what you have in your closet, but just go buy the accessories, like I would assume the peacock feathers that you would
you
get,
got the mask, feathers, makeup, you know, everything. There's so many options out there that's available, and they're all found at Party City.
Sounds good. And what is this really quick, morph suits? Is that what you're...
Morph suits, yeah, they're
suits.
body suits.
Okay.
You know, and that was popular on Always Sunny in Philadelphia. We have the green body suit out there. We also have them in skeletons and zombies and tuxedos. So for the guy who doesn't really want to spend a lot of time on their outfit, can wear that and still be the hit of the party.
All right, well, you have plenty to choose from. If you haven't gotten your costume yet, you still have plenty of time. You can visit Party City on their website, partycity.com, and there's locations all across Hampton Roads if you're still trying to figure out what am I going to be for this Halloween. Jill, thanks for coming on and showing some pictures.
Thank you very much.
Back in the kitchen now with Chef Jeff Brown from Cotton Southern Bistro in Chesapeake. We're trying to figure out where to go here. Hey, you said you always want to be what for Halloween?
I've always wanted a stormtrooper outfit. Not just for Halloween, just to like to walk the dog, or go grocery shopping, just to
cook
just to freak people out.
I was going to say, I'd like to be Darth Vader or a Wookiee.
That's a good one.
Use the Force, Jeff. Nice. All right, use the Force, Jeff.
Right.
Easy. Easy. Okay, show me what you got here.
Okay, our rack of lamb is done, and it's very important to let your meat rest. You've got to leave your meat alone for a little while to let the juices go through it. But what we've done here is I've got some mashed sweet potatoes, which is another little fall favorite of mine. You can just take these and just plop them right on in the middle of the plate. Okay?
They don't need to rest.
No, they don't need to rest. take your lamb, slice it on down.
Nice.
Oh, it's
Ooh, that looks good.
Oh, it's horrible looking. Look at it. It's got a little chine bone that you have to work around there.
Right.
But, okay, you'll pop right there around that corner. Just take them, pop them on up.
So you're a little medium rare or rare?
I like it a little medium. That to me is a nice medium rare.
Uh-huh.
This is a balsamic reduction. It's just balsamic vinegar reduced down to its natural sweet state. Look at that.
Great presentation.
And you can even just take just a little bit of extra pistachios and just put that right on top of that right there. And you've got a beautiful, beautiful plate for a party, a special meal for your wife, or whatever else you need to do.
Right. Okay, since we're talking about Halloween, you got any favorite candy from Halloween?
My favorite candy of all time is Sour Skittles. I'm a Sour Skittle guy. That's how me and my wife met and got married, through Sour Skittles.
No kidding.
Yeah.
You celebrate on your anniversary with Skittles?
Sour Skittles are a birthday, anniversary, I'm sorry, everything.
Right.
Yeah.
What are you handing out this year?
You know, we have a plethora of candies that we give out. We give out chocolate. We give out sours. We give out a little bit of everything. I've got a guy down the street that gives out dental floss. He usually gets his house
the dentist, right?
Yeah.
Hey, let's get to the moon pie.
Yeah.
That's something you can hand out too. So
this is our new thing that we're doing here at Cotton.
Okay.
This is the moon pie sundae. This is just a standard old moon pie. And what you do is you give it a quick 15 seconds into your microwave, or Chef Mike, as we like to call it at the restaurant.
Chef Mike and a moon pie. So we're going to heat it for 15 seconds.
Yeah, heat up for 15 seconds, and we're going to top it up with all kinds of ooey gooey stuff. And I suggest it being served with an RC Cola.
Absolutely.
So basically,
Absolutely
you're not cooking this thing to death. You're just, you know, getting it heated up a little bit. And this is just a moon pie. Give it a little bit of whipped cream for a base.
Looks like an eye.
If you don't mind handing me my ice cream scoop there.
There you go.
Pistachio is the flavor of the day, so we got some pistachio ice cream here. Just a little dab will do you. Yeah, and then more whipped cream.
Okay, moon pie, whipped cream, pistachio, and more whipped cream.
More whipped cream.
And you're going to top it with
chocolate syrup all over it, just to make it real nasty.
Now we're
talking. And then we're going to take some southern roasted peanuts. I suggest Hubs. And that's it.
That looks pretty darn delicious.
There you go. Kids love it. It's nice and ooey and gooey, and that's what's going on.
Just as simple as finding a moon pie.
That's it. That's it. That's what we're doing at Cotton. We're having a good time with all these fall vegetables that are coming our way, and these new Hanover greens and everything that's happening, so we're having a good time with it.
All right, Chef Jeff Brown, a great job today, a wonderful presentation, and who knew we'd have so much fun with a moon pie?
That's right.
All right, from giving out candy on Halloween to giving out some good information now and some statistics to consider. According to a study in 2002 by the National Education Association, kids with parents who actively supported their learning got better grades. They stayed in school longer, they had better social skills. Joining us now to talk more about parental involvement and how critical it is for student success is Dr. Linda Shiflett. She's with Hampton City Schools. She's the superintendent for the city of Hampton. So thanks for joining us today. I know you're very busy, but we appreciate you giving up some time in your day to share with us the importance of parental involvement. And this is an issue that's kind of tricky because a lot of working parents right away will feel defensive about, you know, how much time they have. Are you talking about necessarily more time or just more involvement?
No, it really is a quality of the involvement. And, you know, so many times when people talk about parental involvement, they're thinking about the typical mother who goes to the school every day and does some kind of volunteering. We're not talking about that at all. The importance is that parents be involved in their child's life. You know, as an educator, I've been in education 37 years, and I've seen on a very personal level what parental involvement can mean for a child. But beyond that, research is very clear on this.
Yeah.
It shows that when there's parental involvement, it affects the child's success in school and in life. And that's even if you're controlling for such variables as income and the education level of the parents. So that's why we're so concerned about it and so happy to sponsor an event that will help to bring parents into schools.
We'll talk about that event coming up in just a little bit, a National Parental Involvement Day that's coming up on the 17th. But I know you also want parents to think about their involvement well before the first bell of the morning and really the night before, and their responsibility to send their kids to school with as much going for them as possible, ready to learn. What does that mean?
Well, it means making education a priority at home. It means helping the children with their homework. You know, you might not be able to get to school often, but you can help your child be prepared and make sure that education is a priority every day.
Getting them to bed on time.
Good breakfast, all those things. Also getting them to school on time. And making sure that you have that contact with the school. You know, you may work, may not be able to get into the school, but you can certainly email.
Yeah.
Almost always have a computer on our desk now. And so there's so many other ways that you can get involved and be connected with the school.
Is any amount of communication, as long as it's done, you know, tactfully, too much? You know, what if there are parents out there who feel like they don't want to be a bother to their child's teacher, and if they have a question or a concern, you know, they may hesitate to contact that teacher because she's got, you know, so he or she has so many students to deal with, I'm just going to not communicate.
You know, I think if a lot of parents feel that way, it's just not the fact. The fact is that teachers like to have communication from parents. They like to be able to more fully explain things to parents, have parents ask questions, and so they certainly welcome the email or the phone calls.
Okay, all right, let's get back to the event.
Okay.
I know you want people to come out very soon for a conference. Tell me about it.
National Parental Involvement Day is actually November 17th, but we're going to kick it off earlier. On Saturday, November 12th, we're going to have the Parent Home School Community event.
Okay.
And it will be a great opportunity for parents and guardians to come out, go to little workshops sponsored by experts, and there'll also be activities for the children. So the children will be involved while the parents are learning.
Okay, so parents are feeling like they need something for their kids to do in order to be able to go. You've thought about that. All right, you can find out more information about the conference by visiting hamptoneducationfoundation.org. Again, hamptoneducationfoundation.org, or by visiting the website of the Healthy Families Partnership at www.hampton.gov/healthy families. And the number for more information, 727-1300. Dr. Shiflett, so thanks so much for making time for us today. Sounds like a good event. So get out and get involved.
All right, Halloween week continues on the Hampton Road Show.
Up next, Amelia Baker from Green Alternatives is here with some great costume ideas that are good for your budget and the planet. We are back in the Buzz Center. We got a lot of great comments floating in today from cyberspace, and it's all about trick-or-treating, the age appropriateness, and the candy that you're liking to eat.
I love seeing all the comments. We've been getting tons of comments. How old is too old to trick-or-treat? This is a great comment from Michael Goodliff. He says, anyone over the age of 12 coming to my door gets brochures about planning for college, dealing with puberty, and finding a part-time job. I call it my, quote, welcome to real life package.
Dealing with puberty. Thanks a lot, mister.
Ava says, by 14, a freshman in high school, I would think that at that time they would rather do Hunt Farms, Hollow Scream, and other fun Halloween parties, which, you know, who wants to be out trick-or-treating at that age?
Yeah, who wants candy, right?
Yeah, it seems to be the teenage years seems to be the cutoff. And then your favorite candy.
Your favorite candy, how about this? Corin says Snickers. I agree with that. Emily says candy corn. Carol, if you eat candy corn and peanuts together, it tastes like payday. Nice. I love Almond Joys and Mounds. And somebody named Tracy Page says candy corn is the absolute worst candy ever.
I think that was a dig on Carrie, Tracy.
I think I know what we're going to give Tracy Page.
And we have a really quick Twitter comment from the Rob Mack. He says Kit Kat is his favorite. Me too.
I agree.
So that's what we're buzzing about.
Are you talking about my trashy outfit?
Yes.
We were talking about how a lot of people use Halloween as an excuse to just dress totally trashy.
It's true.
Right? So Amelia Baker from Green
That's your
Alternatives.
classy way to look
It's
trashy.
my recycling bin. This is a spare tire hider. This is awesome. But no, it's a recycling bin, of course, because Amelia always talks about ways that we can do good for the environment, even when we're having fun for Halloween. So this is very clever. Something you made yourself.
Yes,
And
everything
that's
up
our message
here
too.
is
If you need a costume at the last minute,
DIY.
you probably have stuff that you can make. What
Absolutely.
have we got going on
This
here?
is more for the little girls. I'm going to step back so that, there we
it's
go.
that tutu trend we just heard
I
about.
used an old belt, and it'd be great for a tutu, a fairy princess, something like that, and I just cut up old scraps of fabric and tied them. It's just one piece of fabric that I just tied in a knot and went all the way around. So maybe the adults will like it, but probably more for the kiddos.
That's a good idea, and I mean, that could stay in the dress-up bin. I mean, that's a great idea.
Yes, my husband said, I think the girls would like wearing it all the time.
Yeah, you got that right.
Probably true. And of course, you talked about your recycling bin that you have on there.
My trashy getup. Okay.
So all the pieces that you see here were made from one cardboard box, and I just cut up various sections of it.
Oh, wow.
And pulled stuff from the recycling bin.
Mm-hmm.
The item that you have there is a Lego, and all you need to do to make your Lego, you could do an entire box. I just did one panel there. You can pick any color you'd like, but a bowl, somehow glued or taped, whatever you want to do to the cardboard, and you need 6 panels there. I used red because I had red paint at home, but logos come in every color, so you can use any color you have around. And that one just goes right around the neck.
Yep.
You can color coordinate the outfit underneath, so you have, you know, red underneath and red pants, or you can do any color that you have from your closet.
I'm taking this one off because I want to wear the.
You want to wear this one?
I want to wear the Flava Flav costume.
I guess that's another name for it. That's my metaphor costume. That's Time Flies. So that's an easy one for people that need to dress up for the office but don't really want to dress up at all.
Or if they quickly, like, bosses come in and have to get rid of it. You know, it's right there.
Absolutely.
Right. So why do you encourage folks to maybe think a little bit outside the box when it comes to Halloween costumes?
So everything here was inside my house already. And that's part of it, is that a lot of times you have, oh, I need to dress up and I completely forgot, and you can use some of the items around your house, but it's all repurposed items as well. So, you know, I can pull all of these off and put them back in my recycling bin, and the same with the cardboard on here or on here. So, and then hopefully the girls will continue to wear the skirts if you end up making it.
So you're not creating any new
absolutely
costume. All right, more ideas from Amelia inside the Green Alternative Store inside the 5 Points Farm Market at 2500 Church Street in Norfolk. And also you've got a website, green-alt.com, for more of Amelia's fantastic ideas. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The Flava Flav clock.
Love the creative ideas over there. That's great.
Good.
Yeah. I remember in college we had a guy who took a whole roll of duct tape and, you know, wrapped it around himself, and he was tape man. And then he, you know, put all these objects that he was stuck to. And we didn't do it at our house, but later that night they stuck them to the wall.
Nice.
Pretty neat.
Yeah.
They showed him who's
Pretty cool.
boss.
All right, let's take a look at the pop quiz. So here we go. Northwest State, boats can come and go. Large fishing center there, and touches 2 islands. So any takers on this one?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
No,
Area?
don't have it.
Oregon Inlet.
That's right. Oregon Inlet is the correct answer. Good job. Button
Like that.
sticking. There we go. Oregon
Well
Inlet.
done.
Yeah, good job.
All right, the winners get to get the John Grisham books, and then you can enter for the grand prize for his whole collection, 25 novels, and also the Parsons Theater.
Clock's ticking. Gotta take a break.
In a minute.
We'll be back.
Lamb is
good.
delicious.
Chef Jeff said it was okay to pick up the lamb chops.
With the fingers.
Yeah, it's a little barbaric.
Bisque.
It's delicious.
This bisque is amazing. Cotton
That
Southern
makes it
Bistro
okay.
in Chesapeake. Check them out. Also want to thank Jill Redding from Party City. Get your costume ideas in if you haven't already.
And we'll put more information about Amelia's costume ideas on there as well, and that parental involvement conference that's coming up in November in the city of Hampton. That'll all go on the Hampton website.
And thanks to Busch Gardens for decorating our
Yeah,
sets.
it looks great.
Giving something special to our audience all week long, so make sure you tune in.
All right, more
for
Halloween
joining
fun tomorrow.
End on a moon pie. Try the moon pie, anybody?
Yes.
I will.